ICA White Hats have traced the anonymous data received by our clients to one Olivia Hall, brilliant young hacktivist and suspect in a dozen cases of cyber vandalism. Using onion routing with state-of-the-art encryption, Hall went to a lot of trouble to stay untraceable. She is good, but we are better. Her digital trail has led us to a remote farm in Colorado, where satellite footage has revealed what appears to be the training camp for a private militia, led by an already registered target, Sean Rose, Australian environmental terrorist and explosives expert wanted for a series of public bombings. Rose was spotted near the scene of Thomas Cross's kidnapping, which makes him our prime suspect for the Shadow Client. Spurred by Eric Soders, the ICA Board of Directors has asked us to infiltrate the farm and eliminate Sean Rose, along with 3 other prominent militia members. Ezra Berg, retired Mossad interrogator, Penelope Graves, former Interpol anti-terror analyst, and finally Maya Parvati, former assassin and gunrunner for the Tamil Tigers. I'll be honest with you, 47. I consider Eric Soders' reasoning hasty and ill-advised. Now, we cannot go against the wishes of the board, but we can conduct our own investigation. Whether a direct threat to the ICA or not, we need to know the Shadow Client's true agenda. I will leave you to prepare.
Yes, hello and welcome to the RRWC22 Championships 2022. I'm waiting for the overlay link from Mika. Great admin, isn't he? We love Mika. So basically we have the game from yesterday. RRWC is streamed on YouTube. Pinuer is on the left side. RRWC on the right side, just waiting for Mika. I should have sent the idle even longer, shouldn't I? Fantastic stuff. Look, we've got 20 seconds before the spin comes. It would be good to see me get the link beforehand. And there we go, we have it now. No more scuff shit. We are going to Colorado first, picked by Pinuer. I love Colorado. My favourite of the Big Five. Yesterday match as well, yes it was, and perhaps this could be even wilder. Colorado is our first map. It should have arrived by now, but I think it's short delay here. As we wait for me just to surfing else. I'm assuming it will come at 1 past the hour here, gives me a bit of time to talk about Colorado, you know, the map that known for just being able to rip everywhere. Definitely going to be interesting indeed, and hello, it's definitely going to be an interesting one, the approach, indeed. How the players approach the spin, what targets they do. In terms of Sean, if they start Westbridge, do they let him get back to the house, or do they get him in his huts? The other 3 targets are pretty normal most of the time in terms of isolations. It's just standard stuff over and over again. But yeah, it's definitely really going to be interesting what we see here, Mika. Should be sending the spin very shortly. And yeah, we're in for a good one. Miami, well, as our second map, we've got to choose some good maps today. The one map that is disappointing is our map 5, so hopefully we do. Hopefully we don't get there. We don't see the spin. Has it arrived? Has it arrived? Oh, I've just refreshed room by accident. Great. Blame hitmaps, not me. And now we've got a black thing. Hey, it's coming in a minute and a half. Why are we stressing? Why are we stressing? I thought the spin already came. You're scaring me. I think we're just putting a bit of practice in at the end here. We do see the stats here. Not favouring RRWC really, are they? Pinuer's been here 3 times, won twice, lost once. RRWC has been here 4 times and lost all 4 times, so it's very interesting here indeed. The stats and possibly what we approach both. Look, it's not a cast on me without a little bit of issues, is it? It never is. zRune is just doing a gold master class and just knocking out every person on the fucking map. Blame Mika? Nah, Mika's a lovely fella. Never blame Mika. It's all my fault, innit? We don't want Mika to cry, but yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting here. Like, I know RRWC would have put in practice to actually know what he's done on the map. They are Haven as well, so this happened. But yeah, like we've got 2 of them today. If we get to the map 5, But I mean, look, it might not be needed. Sweeps are in all progressive things there. But it's definitely going to be interesting starting on Colorado. It's just set the tone for the game. Really, how the players set out here. It's definitely going to make it interesting what happened on the rest of the game.
Agent, get ready. Duel starts in
I'm
10
just telling
seconds.
Pinuer a little bit. He's actually quite loud. I don't know why, but Pinuer's always a bit louder.
7,
Interessante.
6,
Indeed.
5,
But our spin will be here, and it will be
3,
Sean Rose. Explosion
2,
accident.
1.
That's the point, man.
Eliminate the target.
Penelope Graves. Fallen object as the malicious Spec Ops. Ezelberg. Loud explosive weapon as the militia cook. My Pavati. Consume poison as a suit. Do you know what? It ain't that bad of a spin. It really isn't. The hard part perhaps is the Penelope kill. Getting that safely done. Arguably the Maya one as well, but her drink is pretty simple to poison, especially considering the fact you'll probably get the point man as well for that Sean kill. You know? Makes it a little bit easier in that regard. And the Spec Ops also for the pain kill. Easy water tower start, true. Basic thing, yeah, it's basic spin pretty much. Yeah, for a kill I'd be assuming to be done on exit. Pinuer, interesting enough, bringing in the lethal pills. Of course, not needed. Ezelberg has them in the point man shed. There is also poison there. But Rude doing the basics here, knocking out the initial elite in the basement here, and Ezra gets red guns from Ezra there, but it's all good. He'll get in the back once he eventually kills him. Picks up his poison as well from Ezra. Pretty standard stuff here from Rune, who wait for this militia elite. We'll pick up his stash actually first. Before I'm assuming we'll see a knockout onto Penelope. Picks up a remote taser here. So we'll be doing this kill on to Sean remotely. Speak louder. You want me to speak louder? I think I can turn my mic up a little bit more. There I can. I'll turn up a little bit more. If that gets too much, let me know. Pinuer winning with a 20-minute spin, calling it. Nah. Nah, he won't. But yeah, we see Rune now with the knockout onto Penelope. Main his way across. Stars as a go on micro remote explosive. But has to go back there for the pain kill anyway, so not the end of the world. He doesn't have that down yet. We'll get a knockout onto the Spec Ops on the point man here. After the throw distraction in the bathroom.
Go and see what that was. Go. Okay.
We'll get a knockout to the Spec Ops. Of course, he's not hobbling. The guy that hobbles is the point man. And we'll see Room with another throw distraction here. Thanks, guys. Love you too. He will stop him to the point man. No, he won't. Yes, he will. Perhaps. No, yes. No, he will drag him into the bathroom. No, he won't. He'll drag him into the box here, into the container. Rune. Now, both of them down, but Pinuer also has the pair of them down. Of course, you don't have to hide these two, but with the militia cook perhaps being there, and the weapons that could potentially be left out, so you might want to. Of course, this is where people will run if they find any weapons, or if they wake up and they're naked, of course, after taking their clothes. So yeah, definitely interesting stuff here. Rune is the point man, runs through, and we'll just poison Maya's glass here. Looks for the guy to the left, but not the guy on the right, and it's all fine, it's not seen. Pinuer, however, send out the militia cook here, we'll get a subdue off onto him. Always a bit risky, he's going to put him a little bit out into the open, but he's all fine there. Has to drag him here into the box. zRune now. Picking up a propane flask, so it seems. No, he's not. He will get a peekaboo off onto Sean here, just to speed up this kill. There's a propane right next to it. Can do the kill right now, of course. Will be in the point man disguise, but perhaps might not do it because he might not want to have that soft lockdown onto Mike that could potentially cause that extra time into the spin. We'll knock out Sean here. We'll drop it next to him. Will he get the kill now? No, he won't, but loss of whoosh. The body of Sean will be found, unfortunately, for Rune there. Not dragging him behind the hay bales there, unfortunately, ripping him, and he will swap out the remote taser now for a breacher. based, the breacher is a lot better than the taser. Go argue your front door. But Pinuer now is waiting. The safer option for Sean here. Very safe indeed. Waits for him to get into here. We'll hopefully drop that shotgun and not pump him in the back of the head with it. We'll pick up the breacher. We'll pick up the propane even. Throw it at the back of Sean's head. He can detonate it right now if he wanted to. We'll throw it once.
So, young friend,
It's just
let's try again.
pause a little bit now. Please, Pinuer. Prage. Prage, Pinuer. He will put out his screw here and we'll get the kill off. So there's one kill onto Pinuer's end now. We'll be searching, but it's all fine. Can just escape here and dip. We'll go and poison Myers' drink next? Question mark? No, he won't. He'll go pick up his poison from his Orchid Rose stash. Rune once more getting a knockout onto Penelope here. As Rune makes his way back to the point man shed, I would hide these bodies. I would hide these bodies, Pinuer. And he does. He listens to me. Talk wise words of wisdom. Wise words of wisdom. We'll just drag him into the side bathroom here. Can we gamble next map? Yeah, sure. I'll set up a prediction for next map. That is true indeed, Mika, and that's why I'm such a great, fantastic caster, innit? Not to blow my own trumpet.
Go and check it out. Come on, go. Affirmative.
Yeah, Pinuer makes his way back to the house. There is a room with another distraction onto the spec ops here. We'll knock him out. Throw a shovel right at the back of his head. We'll also do another throw distraction here for the point man to get him back into the house. And now Pinuer has his spec ops disguise. We'll drag Penelope here. Does he already have the Michaels up? That's the interesting part here. Looks out for the hacker, but not the elite guard here upstairs. And he will just miss him. Wow, Pinuer, count yourself lucky. Will they kill him sneak down the stairs here? Good awareness of them hackers, but the Militia Elite possibly could have ripped in there. 2 more kills left for Pinuer now. I would assume he has missed that timing onto Maya. Got a bit of peek-a-boo there, but it's all good. Because, I mean, he has to get his suit in his suit quick if he was to get Maya first cycle, but I don't think he has. Perhaps giving Rune a way back into it here. No, he doesn't. He'd have to get his way back through here and poison her drink. She would have drank by now, so it'd have to be a 3rd cycle. Consume poison kill onto Penelope here. Oh yeah, that was funny, but I won't talk about it. I know. But yeah, Rune now has Sean on the hook after a peekaboo. Goes a long way around. This ain't gonna work well for Rune. It might get the corner of June. Actually, we'll be fine. We'll be better in a better situation here. We'll place the propane. We'll not place the breach next to it, and we'll just detonate it here and now. We'll get the kill off all fine. A bit of panic will occur, but he can hop through the window and escape just in time. Back to a non-trespassing zone. Good stuff there from Rune. Perhaps get himself a way back into it, you know, especially due to the fact that Pinuer does not have that Maya kill yet. Has to wait for that to occur. Set 3rd cycle. We're here till what? The 45 second, possibly the 10:45 mark here.
What's this I hear about a training accident? That would be Burgess, the sharpshooter.
Like, this gives Rune a solid 4 minutes to get back into this. Rune will have to get back into his suit quickly. I mean, Maya will die at what, the 5:45 mark, I think, of consumed poison. So he could actually get the spec ops here, go back to the house, swap into the suit. And if he has the cooks up already, then this is great for him, really. But Rune will swap into the spec ops here. We'll rush back to the house. Be interesting if he does try and get that pen kill first, or if he
Just cross your fingers that the damn thing doesn't fail again. Rose gets
does swap into it. And yeah, this is indeed. I think I have to favour Rune here. Yes, he has 3 kills left, but Pinuer, he's waiting around for a long time. And if he doesn't have his cook over by the house, it's going to add even more time. You know, Maya's not going to be dead for a long time. Really. Really is going to be close here. but Pinuer will swap back into a suit here. Has a bit of time actually to play around with. But in the meantime, we'll just set up all the other kills. We'll drop his micro by Ezra, dragging the Militia Elite away. Not happy with the placement of it. But we should dragging Militia Elites away from everything here. Pinuer. He doesn't want to pause as much as he can here because he will just delay Maya even more. So the longer he can just stay out of the pause on the maps, and that is all good, as we do see Rune have Maya die for him. Look, 520 mark. Wow.
Maya
Because
Parvati is down.
Sean's already dead.
Good work.
I was thinking about the timing of Sean's alive. My bad, my mistake. But Rune now with 1 kill down onto Maya. The thing that Pinuer won't. He will now be dragging Penelope out into the open here. Pinuer planning once more. It ain't going well for him. It ain't going well for him at all. Maya seems to just be stuck. She hasn't moved out of the barn yet. But Pinuer will get a shot off. Rune even getting a shot off onto the chandelier. We'll get the kill onto Penelope and we'll get out all fine. Has a couple of tranks now for the militia cook. Has a micro explosive by Ezra even. So look. Both players now basically with the Ezra kill left. Pinuer still waiting for that Maya kill to come through. My estimate is on the next minute, but she is still standing there. Perhaps Pinuer is at this stage because he did poison the drink as the point man is an important note to add. Of course, there is a mission story involving that, so perhaps it is causing issues there. Maya has seen him as the point man. And perhaps does cause him a bit of issues. Rune here smartly leaves the assault rifle by the box there. Will be seen by the militia cook. But anyway, he will go against that as the piston soldiers come in. Not a great timing here for Rune. Have to wait a little bit longer for this, and I do think that is the issue Pinuer is having. But at the 9:43 mark, she does die. He swaps back into the Spec Ops disguise here. Still has to get the cook, as Rune does box a soldier here. Pinuer already does have the militia cook down, which has to swap into it, gets the exit, but Pinuer will also have the militia cook soon. We are looking towards Mika's photo finish. Oh well, don't press accept early, Mika. Don't press accept early. We don't want to play dropping out. Rune now has to do this as quick as he can. He will get tranked onto the militia cook. As Pinuer will swap back into it. Now it's going to be a race to the exit. Could see very close between the two. Rune also swapping into it, of course. They have to get the kill, but it's almost a guarantee with a loud explosive weapon. Both of them running towards that main exit here. Depends who takes the quicker path. Literally identical places here. Running past. Rune eyeing up this boat exit here. Actually, she's going to exit quicker due to this knowledge of the exit. Will detonate Ezra here. Will exit the side area. Will be finishing first. 7:40 in game time. Pinuer now at the Westbridge exit. Will detonate and will get the exit off here. 7-ish seconds between them. Rune with that restart onto Sean, but his quicker strat and Maya's second cycle consumed kill does give him that natural lead, and we've got a photo finish on Colorado, ladies and gents. Bless Mika though, he is actually ill and he's doing this. Poor Mika. zRune taste it, you're sure? Yeah, it does make sense. It does seem to be that way. Considering Rune did have that restart as well, you know, you'd have to favour Rune in the situation here. Had the career strap purely just because he poisoned Maya's drink before she drank at the 5:20 mark, and yay, Mika's gonna be so pleased. zRune photo finished with lots of dots after it. zRune finished 9 seconds earlier. Wow. We've got a lovely photo finish here. Oh, do we? Not something we see often after 13 odd minutes RT on Colorado. We get a photo finish. That's Pog. That's Pog. We will have to wait for Mika to confirm very shortly. He will take it. You'd wave it, would you? Would you not? Would you? You'd wave this as an old gen console player. You'd wave it. I think if it's anything below 10 seconds, I would never wave it, just in case. Because you generally just never know. If it's above 10 seconds, probably. I don't know, but perhaps you just don't know about the exit. That exit is so rarely used, and we only really see it in like contracts and contract speedruns. The Westbridge exit is just well known, you know, so perhaps it could be that. You've never witnessed a photo finish? Then wow. Welcome to roulette. And another thing is he didn't have a crowbar. I wouldn't have imagined. And the fact there's a gate, perhaps you could argue, oh, we might not notice the gate. You know, all that. Pinuer's PC and had no restarts, yeah, but Blythe is PC. Blythe's PC. You all know what Blythe's like. Yeah, Pinuer is PC, but PC does not guarantee quick loads all the time. If you like Blythe and play on a potato, then it's all fine. But yeah, definitely going to be interesting. I'm just try and waffle my way through. Mika is having an amazing time, I'm sure. But yeah, Rune would definitely be the one favourite here, 100%. Yeah, at least we called it. This guy feels so bad, you know. True, but I think even if not, the fact that he was in he exited 9 seconds after Rune, the run was extra 10 seconds. He exited a second earlier. I think Rune over 2 loads will have more loading time than Pinuer, so that's the thing here. I do think that even if Pinuer had gone to the closer exit, I think Rune would have only been 2-3 seconds, if that, behind. So I'd have to favour Rune here, even if Pinuer had gone to the quicker exit, but we'll never know. Something for everyone to look and talk about afterwards. But we do have the results. Pinuer loaded once for 3 seconds. Oh, what an anticlimactic exit. And that was. So it's impossible for him to catch up, and Colorado will go to Rune. Miami is our next map. We'll go to a short break before having our map 2. zRune looking to extend his lead.
Good afternoon, 47. Your destination is the annual Global Innovation Motor Race in Miami, Florida. After analyzing the data from Reynard's computer, the case is clear. The Providence defectors are Robert and Sierra Knox, head of robotics developer Kronstadt Industries. A visionary inventor and technological innovator, Robert Knox has spearheaded Kronstadt Industries to the bleeding edge of technological development. His equally brilliant daughter, Sierra, is not only a financial wizard, but also a fiercely competitive race car driver, with a fiery temper to match. Kronstadt enjoys enormous popularity with global consumers. However, few are aware that the company is also one of the world's leading suppliers of next-gen military tech. Last year, despotic ruler Jin Po employed prototype Kronstadt drones against peaceful civilian protesters in the now infamous Tungan Valley incident. And although it has yet to be proven, there is little doubt that the Knoxes personally brokered the deal, making them complicit in a war crime. It is unclear why the Knoxes would betray their masters, but likely the fear of being next on the Shadow Clients hit list has pressured them to cut a deal with the enemy. Undoubtedly, with Kronstadt Industries on their side, the militia will increase their attacks tenfold, and so our contract obligates us to retire Robert and Sierra Knox and contain the damage they may inflict on Providence. I will leave you to prepare.
So yeah, welcome back. In Miami is our map 2, picked by zRune. Interesting stats. Both players have never won a Miami. Pinuer has more experience, however, and Rune, I remember one of them losses quite well. It would have been against Infafun or Throats in RR9, and it was Sniper Robert Knox, and he went for the kill by the dongle. He went for that kill across the map. Unfortunately, that didn't work out, but you know, I could have my fingers crossed for a Robert Sniper, so we could perhaps see that again. Some will get their first map win on Miami. Now there could be a draw. There could be a draw. I mean, it could be. We just saw a third finish on Colorado, perhaps. But we never know. It'll be interesting indeed here what the spin will
Duel
be,
starts in 10
how they approach it, and all
9,
that. What I say for every map bar spin will
7,
be here in a brief
6,
time. There will be
5,
Sierra Knox Lao shotgun
4,
as the Blue Sea
3,
driver.
2, 1.
Robert Knox Starfish
Eliminate
as the
target.
Soterano Mechanics. That is a it's an interesting spin, so to say. Really gonna be there's not much really about this. I would say perhaps a food run start here, perhaps with a quick Blue Sea driver grab. Display case 12. That is indeed right. I remember that from my bingo notes. Fantastic. It's display case 12. Display case 17, 16, and 11 for some reason I think have the fish, but I'm probably wrong about that. I'm just making sure up. Sarah Knox is a starfish. True that. Pinuer is the first to load in here. Wow, look at these zero loads. Lol.
Absolutely. I've been to 3 of these events, and every year
Definitely gonna be interesting. zRune got opting for the tree shot here. Gives him time to go to the Blue Sea driver, get a shotgun, and come back to the to Sierra. She comes out the car. She will get the car at what, the 150 mark, I want to say.
The race is entering its
I
final
think.
lap, 47.
I don't know. I ain't done it in ages. I ain't played my own in ages. zRune's not going to go for the crowbar. Grab onto the Blue Sea driver. Instead we go with this quick one. As simple as a throw distraction here to turn around the woman that is here. Or a simple coiler even, which you will just place on down here. Yes, it does. So when you poison the tree, sure, it's part of the mission story where her and Moses Lee will talk and do all their jazz. So we're having a bit of issue here with the woman, unfortunately. But she will investigate eventually, and does get time to hide behind the desk. That's what went to the Blue Sea driver. Just about, no, not just about. Fortune rip there for Rune, who will swap up his items now. Pinuer with a safer approach here, so it's on the Blue Sea driver. Before distraction jam. Rune wants more poison than chili shots. As Pinuer does swap into the Blue Sea driver now, makes his way across to the changing rooms, I would imagine, for a stash point and a key card to get into the garage itself.
The race is entering its final lap, 47.
Pidgey's been timed out, he's back to shit talking, fantastic. Rune with a distraction now, just throwing a coin here to get rid of the fanboy, fangirl even. My mistake. He will trank the Blue Sea driver, but gets spotted by the Blue Sea driver. That's gone down to one more rip, isn't it, Pidgey? Pinuer now, making his way across, up into the Kronstadt garage. He will get caught by a camera, but it's all fine. Can take them out later on. We'll open the door and get lots of rush from the event security outside, and we'll just make his way through anyways. What here? Throw distraction here with the wrench. Pretty standard to get the Kronstadt carrying around. Just do it slow. That's boring. Pinuer now with a knockout
its
onto
final
the
lap,
Kronstadt.
47.
Mechanic in here will drag him. Real boxing. Good stuff indeed. Swaps into their disguise. Will have sugar from the way to start, I would imagine, to use here. She will do. Pinuer now going the safer grab. A simple throw distraction behind here. So Pinuer has the blue sea driver on the hook. He will be coming round to investigate. As Pinuer is now crashing out Sierra. He will pick back up his briefcase and will swap into his blue sea driver stash, disguise even. We'll go into this little side room here. We'll do the peekaboo onto
Sierra will be coming off the track anytime.
Sierra. Runs back in. It does get Sierra nicely on the hook, as zRune now does have that disguise into the blue sea driver. Gets it off successfully this time, even with the safer grab. Will she to grab his sniper rifle next, of course, which his sniper rifle is a shotgun, which will be in the change rooms as zRune does, Pinuer does get the kill. On Sierra will box her immediately and will drop his shotgun. So back into the Kronstadt mechanic disguise here. An NPC right there gets a bit of whoosh. Of course, it's a bag disguise, so not insta if we get spotted. Just needs a slot of runner mechanic now, really. Of course, the starfish, pretty simple to get. Just shoot something in the aquarium and you're all good. Rune now with a knockout on Sierra with a sugar. We'll have this kill shortly. Has to grab his shotgun first, of course.
As I understand it.
You're in the driver's seat. Don't settle for second best. Guardian tire.
I think he does use the sword of Bartoli here, so perhaps with a crit grab here. Has camera issues as well. It's interesting indeed. Both players opting for a trank to be brought in. How they're going to shoot the tank for the starfish and the laptop is going to be very interesting. But perhaps because it's a starfish kill, we might see something different. Perhaps the expo car building, the expo car even, could be interesting as zRune's on a bit of a comeback here. Guess that will fine. We'll make his way down the red carpet out into the VIP area. zRune, the tree shot thing, making himself a little bit of a comeback here indeed. Just needs that Sosorano mechanic now, which Pinuer wasted a bit of time on. Making his way through here, we'll hop over the barricade as the roaming Sosorano mechanic does come out, and he will hop over the concrete bollard and into the garage. Has one trank left, which he could use here. But no, he will opt for a throw distraction, I would assume. That is too far away, Rune. It's really hard to get throw distractions with this guy. You want to normally use the trank, but the other roaming one does walk back in, which you can use for throw distraction into this side room here.
Hey.
Pinuer now on his way up. Pinuer, making like a mug, does have a pistol actually, which he will use to shoot the shoot the dongle, shoot the laptop even. I was right the first time. I tried to correct myself, but I was wrong again. Fantastic stuff, Joker.
Funny anecdote. Saw the flamingo mascot backstage.
The aquarium isolation.
Turns out that before joining the
You could lock him down if you
club
wanted to.
he was a mascot at
But Pinuer now climbs up. We'll get an isolation onto Robert. Surely still needs the starfish, of course, but Rune now has the Sosorano mechanic. Will be making his way. Now it's the rousing up, which could definitely be interesting here. If he opts to go through the parking lot, he could get that starfish very quickly here and could force something. But no, he's going up into the stands. It's going to be interesting, but Pinuer is safe. Although there is a bit of a gap between Robert and his guard. Is all fine. No wish, also no worry. We'll drag him into the side room here. I assume a Kronstadt security switch now, which is what he will do. We'll go down to the aquarium now to go grab the starfish. Of course, does camera issues here, but Rune making his way back here will We will not be shooting the laptop, of course. He can't. So how's he gonna do that? That's really interesting. Then we'll trank the one contract security guard in here. We'll probably go with the dongle, I would assume. He will try and get a psycho onto his guard, which he will do successfully. It's always a bit scary as Pinuer will pause. Likewise with zRune. Scary stuff when both players pause. You think, oh no, what's Mika done? Rotate that camera here. Of course, zRune has these issues as well, as he will do a shot onto aquarium number 12. Of course, that is the one with the starfish in rune now. Making his way down with a shotgun to the aquarium.
Seems like
Gonna be interesting here as Pinuer will make his way back up. We'll go around the outside way, of course, could just pull up the stairs there. But no, we'll go around the longer way. Rune making his way down here. I would very much like to see this isolation done for him down here. Could potentially force something along them lines indeed. Has a loud shotgun here. Perhaps that's what he will use to shoot the aquarium, which is based as anything. Of course, still needs to take out the laptop in any way, shape or form, as he will now shoot the aquarium to get the starfish out. Pinuer making his way back up to Robert's unconscious body here, of course. He's sort of on a mechanic right next to it, so it will be a quick kill here for Pinuer. Swapping back into the mechanic disguise. Will get the kill. Still has camera issues. No, he doesn't have camera issues. He will take them out. He makes him look like a right mug. Swaps back into crunch jet security. Making his way to the exit here. Picks up the shotgun. No, he doesn't. He can just crowbar open the exit here, which he will do. Looks for any eyes. There are no eyes, and he can crowbar open the exit here. Pinuer taking Miami from zRune. Both players, 2-2 after respective map picks, taking their opponent's one. Not something we see often in RR, but it's always good to see when it does happen. Rune unfortunately still looking for that first Miami win, but Pinuer has grasped it. Now 1 win, 4 losses on it, so making them ever so slightly healthier. We will go to a short break before having our first of our potentially, the first of our guaranteed 2 RNG maps. The first, of course, being Marrakesh. Be right back.
Good afternoon, 47. Your destination is Marrakesh, Morocco, where civil riots are looming. Your targets are private banker Klaus Strandberg and Army General Reza Zaidan, 2 of the conspirators in a sinister plot to overthrow Morocco's fragile government. Strandberg, a former bank CEO who stole billions of dollars worth of savings from the Moroccan people, was facing trial for investment fraud. But early this morning, a band of heavily armed mercenaries freed Strandberg from his prison transport, resulting in the death of several police officers. Strandberg now takes refuge at his native Swedish consulate, in front of which crowds of angry protesters have gathered, demanding his handover to Moroccan authorities. We believe General Zaidan orchestrated Strandberg's escape to infuriate the public and spark nationwide riots, allowing Zaidan to impose martial law. Operating out of a field HQ at a nearby abandoned school, he will no doubt use the riots to depict the Rabat government as weak and inept, and persuade the general staff to support a fully fledged military coup in the name of national security. Our client, building contractor Hamilton Lowe, who stands to lose a fortune in government contracts, has hired us to prevent the coup d'etat. To do so, you need to paralyze Zaidan's rebel forces and prevent the riots from escalating further, hence the double contract. This is quite the political powder keg, 47, so be careful. The fate of a nation is at stake. I will leave you to prepare.
So welcome back in Marrakesh. Will be our third map here. Pinuer has a tile on it. Will be interesting to see what the spin was for that. Sometimes can be a challenging map, so to say. 2 wins, 3 losses as well. Rune. Pinuer wants another map with 0% win rate. Has unfortunately lost it. We'll be looking to correct that here. Of course, it'll be interesting what the spin is and how they approach it. Has its different approaches.
Duel starts
The
in
number one,
10
of course, the
seconds.
standard Klaus time, and then the
9,
intercom for Razor. Overpowered really over everything else, but it will be
5,
Razor Zidane,
4,
SMG, Cameraman, Klaus,
2,
Barlax,
1.
Monsieur. For the love of God,
Target.
the lockdown Klaus. Oh, how I love the lockdown Klaus strat. Oh, how I love this spin. It is Barlax Klaus. It just basically equals lockdown Klaus. I would just giga lock this Janet start. No, oh, it's interesting. Nah, Contra Park in here. Seek shot better? Nah. I had perhaps the Razor kill, but I just think for Klaus, perhaps the I don't know. I would go with lockdown Klaus personally. I would. Neither of the players are gonna do it. They're gonna mug me off here. Monsieur. Giga lock. You have to giga lock. Lockdown Klaus here. Pinuer loading in the waiter. Go for a quick cameraman grab here. Throat does show a really nice grab off here with a pistol shot. But Pinuer will result into a Seek shot. Gets the job done. Rune going to go with the Seeker. Seeker strat here. Of course, Seeker and Razor's main officer outside of his office, and going in and Seeker and Razor himself. Pinuer does get that camera disguise down early. The benefit of this Seeker strat for Rune, however, is the fact that he'll have Razor by that cameraman, of course.
Okay.
Rune with a Seeker onto the officer there, and a Seeker onto Klaus. Pretty Razor even, pretty standard stuff. We'll do honeycomb.
Honeycomb.
Running out now.
I see.
Whoa.
Pinuer. Going across to Klaus here as the cameraman, of course. Is allowed right in, of course, as the cameraman. And it'll be interesting to see what he does with the disguise. If he gets the Monsieur now, takes it upstairs and buffs it by Klaus or what. And direction he's going is going towards the Monsieur room here. Yes, he will. Can be simple as a distraction onto one guard to get him out, but no, he won't. He'll opt to go upstairs. No, he goes back on himself. Make your mind up, mate. We'll do a throw distraction outside here. And we'll get a knockout into the Monsieur. We'll box him. What is the Monsieur's name? I can't remember. It's just gone out of my head. We'll make it to upstairs here. Calling Enstrom. Alright. I just can't remember it. It's on the intercom every fucking time. We can never remember it. Pinuer turning on the vacuum here. Mouse go up with a double lure here. But we'll wait out patiently. We'll just choose to knock out the guard first, then deal with Klaus afterwards. We'll do a throw distraction and we'll box the guard while he waits.
Most impressive, 47. Now to locate Klaus Strandberg.
We'll opt to not do a chain lure here. We'll just wait for Klaus to stop investigating the current investigation before getting another one. Just about getting it off. We're now in the garage waiting patiently for Klaus to come.
Chanting, flag waving. Hello. The usual stuff. A few stone throwers, but nothing. The protesters must be all kumbaya.
Bring another knockout onto both targets here.
General
Would actually miss the first one, lol. But we'll get it off anyway. Someone else might investigate this, so have to be careful, but no, they won't. He's all fine just to get a knockout and run out here. But Pinuer trying to get his cameraman disguise back, but with 2 people in there. Could be a bit of a challenge. Just have to distract this guard and he's all fine really. Which is what he will do. Has only 1 coin left, but won't be hurt by that 1 guard unfortunately. The way we would have wanted. So yeah, right now, like, he just needs the cameraman, of course, and get the SMG after that. We'll have the militia soldier up for grabs by Razor to go safely take the ballast across the clouds with, of course. We'll click the free one in the shops here. Of course, it isn't actually confident in his briefcase. I'm going to actually go for this cloud skill first, it seems. Hasn't taken Connie's clothes yet. Pinuer has his cameraman back, will make his way across the Razor, of course. Hasn't dealt with him in any way, shape or form yet, so we'll have to do that very shortly, and it's very hard to tell here. Rune throws his battle axe down the stairs to the garage, makes his way through the main doors. So the elite soldier does have a bit of some enforcers in here. zRune has nice navigation around them. Ready to knock out Connie. We'll open the door and we'll throw Strat onto the guard in there. We'll be seen doing so, so it won't be investigated, of course.
5. Can that be right?
Makes life ever so hard for him there.
Weird. It is not fair. It isn't.
Pinuer now climbing up
I think I just heard
from the
something.
headmaster's office.
If I had known, well, that's easy for you to
It'll
say.
be interesting if he does get the battle axe an hour later on. Going down the pipe will suggest that he will get it later on in this run. Sneaks into the school. There is an enforcer right there. There is someone right there, and he will wait him out patiently and sensibly. zRune has the battle axe. Just needs to get a kill now onto Klaus. Of course, it's just a simple cameraman grab really after that. Using some form of a medic to get the Razor kill, which he already has isolated in an easy area to get to. So good here as he will pick back up the battle axe and makes his way to Klaus and will get the kill. 1 left. It won't be a frontal kill, so it won't be heard by anyone. Pinuer enters the school. We'll turn on the intercom here. Not doing the throw distraction onto these 2 militia soldiers, so we'll have to wait a little bit. Just needs the cameraman now for Rune. Makes his way across back to the VIP cafe. Really will be interesting what the approach now is from Pinuer. He does have that isolation off, but it's going to be a very long run for Pinuer here, and you have to really favour Rune. Not much run left on his end, and it is a pretty big map Marrakesh in terms of how spaced out the tires are, you know. So in that regard, definitely makes it interesting indeed. Unfortunately, can't go through, and a body is found for Rune. I think that is Klaus eventually getting found. We talked about that issue earlier on, and he will offer a replan here, so... Pinuer, after getting that Razor kill, has a huge lead here. With the elite soldiers can safely take across that battle axe to Klaus, where Monsieur and the battle axe will be resting in wait for Klaus's head. Pinuer's stream. Oh, we love this. Oh my god, what a strat. Oh my god, Pinuer. Crazy. Crazy stuff from Pinuer here. Oh my days. I actually don't think this is mine. I do believe this is Pinuer's head. This has happened before. Fantastic. Has the battle axe, of course, from the headmaster's office, I would assume. It's just a simple run and kill onto Klaus. Will be a pretty long exit if he doesn't have the car keys for the conscious garage. Does make his way through. Now let's go around the back, of course. Does get clipped by the camera there. But the camera box of Marrakesh shouldn't cause too many issues. This enforcer might, however, so we'll have to wait for him a little bit, or perhaps go with a distraction of some sort. Has to go around the other way, but guess what? There's enforcers that way as well. Has camera issues as well, so to note. But again, on Marrakesh,
Most impressive, 47.
they aren't that
Now
deep.
to locate
I hope he
Klaus
has registered
Kramberg.
that he does have them issues. Makes his way now up the stairs to where Klaus is lying in wait.
Hey, Lisa, I know this is the biggest danger.
Swords back into the missile disguise.
Yeah, sure, of course.
We'll get the kill, so has camera issues, of course. But he's trespassing up here. The guy is right up there, gets back into the room. We'll have to hide Klaus here, but I don't think there's enough bush to be investigated. We'll just wait it out here, so it seems. Long time to wait here for Klaus. Long time for him to wait for this guy to move. Really is going for that 20-minute in-game time. Still has cameras, of course, but I do say they aren't an issue. It is just one guy in a room. Pinuer edging his way close to the exit here. Ever so slowly getting down the stairs. I mean, there is a free janitor disguise. There is a conscious security disguise. There is a masseur disguise that he could have swapped into. But we move. Gets out of the trespass zone here. We'll head towards the camera room here, which is pretty simple. Has a seeker, which he will use onto the guard. We'll tell the cameras. Manually. But we'll be round to an exit here. Running around in forces, dodging them left, right and centre. Should be fine just to run to an exit here. Still a couple left, and he does make his way around the final one. He was actually very close to the door. Wow.
Yes, please. How may I help you?
He eventually does get out. Does get out of the conscience now. Run towards the exit. Pinuer. After just around 12 minutes, will be taking Marrakesh. Taking back his lead on this series. We will be going to a map 4 where Pinuer will be on match point. Will be a GG's indeed for Pinuer here, taking a 4-2 lead. Of course, it is first 6. We'll have to win one more map, and I can say now on the next map will be Wilson Creek. Pinuer hoping to knock out RRWC in the tournament. Surprise result, so to say.
Detail rules, yeah.
Gentlemen, let's go over the plan. The first constant is none other than Janus, the legendary Cold War spy master, a KGB senior officer and head of the 6th Column Special Branch at Lubyanka. Janus is a certified genius and expert of counterintelligence. He retired from the KGB in 1988 when he fell out of favor with the Kremlin and defected to the US. Shortly after, the Soviet Union collapsed. Now, it is unclear when Janus stepped down as the constant, but since 2004, he has been a resident of a quiet community in suburban Vermont. Mr. Gray.
Right, so here's the catch. As an elite KGB agent, Janus was trained to withstand interrogation and torture. No amount of pressure will force him to disclose information he doesn't want to. Instead, we will need to search his home for clues. But if Providence learns of our presence, the game is up.
So we frame Janus, make Providence think he was the real Shadow Plant.
Correct. I will file a false ICA report, claiming to have traced a number of calls from Janus's house to the Institute in Romania. The case will seem clear. Mr. Gray was only a figurehead. Janus was pulling the strings all along. And by eliminating him, we will have neutralized the militia once and for all.
However, for this subterfuge to work, you'll also need to deal with Janus's security detail. A Providence herald and former Secret Service agent by the name of Nolan Cassidy. Intel describes him as diligent and inquisitive, and we cannot risk that he contradicts our story to his employer.
Seems workable.
I certainly hope so. Everything depends on this next move, 47. You made this our fight. Now let's even the playing field.
So yeah, welcome back in Wilton Creek. Well, we are map 4. Interesting stats here. zRune, unlike the others, has been here 3 times with 100% win rates. Has won on all 3 occasions. So no messing around in that regard. Pinuer has been here twice. Won once, lost once. That map record though. She. I only did it because Pidgey said. I actually wasn't going to mention it. Because Pidgey said I was going to mention it, I was going to mention it. Of course I am. Pidgey just needs someone to shut his mouth. That's all he needs to do. Pinuer, of course, is on match point here. Wins Wilton Creek and he will knock out Rune. Rune has to win Wilton Creek if he wants to stay in RRWC22. Of course, with Rune's R9, was it finishing 4th? You would hope he'd have a bit of composure here at the latter stages. But Pinuer looking for a bit of an upset here. You know, his wins against Ducker in the group stage. Bit of a dark horse here, and we will see on a Wilton Creek spin. What is the outcome of this match? And the spin is Janus Explosion Accident as Sheriff Masterson, Nolan Cassidy Screwdriver as the suit. Interesting spin. Really is an interesting spin, I think. If they were the other way around, I would actually be bogging. If it was Janus Explosion Accident as the suit, I'd actually just be bogging so much. But unfortunately it isn't. Rune does load in here. We'll trank the guard here for his pistol. Gear useful. It's a trash bin, but yeah, it's not trash. Oh, I wouldn't say it's trash. Rune here with a trank onto Chef Marston earlier. We'll be leaving his suit here, interestingly enough. We'll be rushing that Janus kill, so it seems. Perhaps doing the kill in Janus' bedroom himself. Might perhaps need a little bit of dragging afterwards, but it should be fine to do it later on. It has Sheriff in it. Sheriff Marston's an actual goat. We all love Sheriff Marston. I like his suit spins. I mean, if it's not a suit spin, it's actually fun. But I can see what you mean. Rune does get into Janus' house here, in the top floor for his bathroom. It's a 2-minute spin. Golden Camel, do it. Do it in 2 minutes. I would not say it's garbage, no. Does turn the ground phone here for Janus, and I don't like this particularly. Gunther will keep walking down the stairs and be a right cunt. So, as we see here, so Rune might have a little bit of issues with this. Gunther just says fuck you pretty much. Rune. Now we'll have Janus knocked out very soon, but we'll wait for Gunfight, I would imagine, who is coming up the stairs now, and Pinuer gets in position to knock him out. Rune even. Pinuer was going on the same start there as Rune, but we'll be going for the propane in the Griswold, probably back garden, which is interesting. Indeed, Pinuer knock out to Gunfight and Janus. We'll swap into Gunfight's clothes and we'll head downstairs into the basement here. Probably take out cameras, get the clue that is down here. It's gonna have to be interesting if he knocks out this guy with where the bodies are hidden.
The first annual gathering of the Ark Society. That rings a bell. If Janus
Rune
was
just
its
knock out the
founder,
entire house here.
perhaps he's still attending these
Have to
gatherings
respect the
for
effort.
this
We'll pick up the screwdriver that is in
valuable information
the
indeed.
garage here. Rune, however, spotted knocking out one of the bodyguards up here. Swapping up something for a trank here. I think potentially it was the Seeker. He will lose because of it. Pinuer. Oh, what a time it is for Pinuer. Has the propane from a nice window. We'll get lots of whoosh there from the bodyguard, but it's all fine. We'll be able to turn on the gramophone here. Janus, however, has gone outside, I think. No, he ain't. He's in his kitchen. No, no, he is out. No, he's in his kitchen. I was like, is he? Is he not? I don't know. Tangoing with the idea. Now, it's going to be a very long walk for Janus here. You do question if Pinuer can make the cycle afterwards of Cassidy's garage. Now, he definitely should be able to, but if he wants to go back for his suit, I would imagine. If he wants to get the clone in the basement, probably not.
I swear I have a license for it. I just don't bring it with me. Damn.
Pinuer eventually will trank Gunfight here, just to make this kill ever so quicker, not having to worry about, you know, boxing him, but he does walk there, and we'll be very close to Janus, so we'll have Dragon to do anyways. He will trank him, we'll get his propane, and we'll throw it at the back of Janus's head here. We'll have to move him a little bit. Picks up back up the propane here. We'll throw it next to Janus, we'll try to throw it next to Janus. Rune also turning back on the gramophone here is Pinuer will place down the taser. Close in the 4-minute mark here. It's going to be interesting. Indeed, he will hop out of the house through the bathroom and drop down. Now, the 4-minute mark, can he get to Nolan in time? We'll have to do a bit of improv if he wants to try and do this here. But we saw the exact same situation on Colorado. Pinuer missed a very important cycle and gave Rune a pathway back into the game here. Is this a repeat, perhaps? Well, we'll find out very shortly. Rune does get a knockout onto Gunfight and Janus. We'll swap into Gunfight's clothes and we'll actually box Gunfight there. We're up to drag Janus now. We'll go for it now. Gets good cycles this guard for these guards up here, so can do it now. This is a good knowledge here from Rune, but one of them's moving. But it's all fine. He goes into the side room there. Good stuff indeed from Rune. Pinuer, to be honest, yeah. I wasn't. I was focusing on Rune there. I'm very sad that I've missed that. zRune, you have to use a loud pistol here for this kill onto Janus. So it's going to be very interesting. Come on, chat. Enlighten me. What happened to Pinuer? What unfortunate mishaps happened? zRune's just waiting patiently here for this cycle of the bodyguard to turn around here so he can actually get the kill onto Janus off. Pinuer opens the door, gets back into the gramophone room here. We'll get the kill off onto Janus, swap him back into Gunfight's clothes immediately, and instant response. But it's all fine, he can't get out in no time there. We'll hop down the stairs. But more guards coming up. Not
We are
going well for
close
zRune
now,
here. Has to
47.
resort out, going another window. Wow.
Roger, man. Nothing
Well,
tangible yet?
he went through going through the one with a bunch of Kronstadt guards in it, but zRune exiting through the pipe is spotted. Unfortunate restart there for Rune. Pinuer now. Well, well, well. What an interesting Wilton Creek we have on our hands here. Definitely going to be interesting here as Pinuer will pick up the propane. Pinuer will trank once more. Sheriff Masterson will sort of into the close as Pinuer will find a line up here to throw the propane through into the bathroom window. We have to pick it back up and go into the gramophone room, of course. Bit of wish from a bodyguard, but it's all fine. Gives him time to actually get into the gramophone room here. At the 2-minute mark, we'll turn it on. I would assume he has, as Sheriff Masterson's body is found, and Janice will investigate. This is really interesting here. Pinuer will get the Janice killed on slightly sooner this time, but of course it's way up to last time and all that. Can he still get to Cassidy first cycle and well, second? There's first cycle in the garage. Don't really waiting around for that, and we will go for the Janice kill quickly here. We'll throw the propane. We'll knock out Janus. We'll have to place the taser really quickly, which he will do. Has to throw it. He has to be quick. He was doing good enough indeed. Place down the taser. Just drop it. He does get the kill. Not in time. Gunther sees Janus's body. A restart there for Pinuer, giving Rune back a way back into it here. He would also be using the propane. But zRune also now, perhaps with a rib, no. Gets through, plenty of whoosh from the back garden there, will run through. Will trank the bodyguard in Genesis' kitchen, picking back up the propane, and will trank Gunther just about in time. Of course, Genesis, seeing the bodies, will get a front carry, could be hurt, but might go for the kill completely here, dragging Genesis out of the way. Be interesting what he does for the kill, dragging him into the middle of the living room here. Placing down the propane. Will trank the bodyguard in the basement as well. Really, really taking cautious measures here. Picks up the final clue, the first clue as well.
First annual gathering of
Shooting the
Art
camera box.
Society. That rings a bell.
Opening back up the door from the basement here. We'll
Janus
shoot the
was
propane
found,
twice.
Perhaps he's still attending these gatherings.
Swaps.
of the
No,
Society.
no, it doesn't
This
swap
could
into
be
the bodyguard. We'll go
valuable
back
information
down
indeed.
into the garage. Up into the bodyguard
Fine.
down there. The boys are found, but they're all tranked and killed accidentally and all that.
Death feels like an
Demons
easy
have
way
his
out for a
issue
man
set up
like
here.
you.
All enforcers around the place does get into the kitchen to
We are
go grab a
close now,
screwdriver.
47.
Because the exit is what rips Rune last time. His suit, of course, still by Sheriff Masterson's carried body by across the map from Nolan, but could literally just isolate Nolan out for the safety of it. You know.
You are such a fool!
Hey, did you drop off the surveillance tapes on Janus at the house?
Rune hops his way back to his suit. Actually, he will go in for that note. Yes, he will be. Rune's addicted to risk. Yeah, well, we can fucking tell. Goes back to his suit. You have to be quick with timing here. He really is. His suit, however, in a bush for him to swap into now. This time with Cassidy could potentially be tight here. He'll have his backups, however, if he wants to get known later on. This is the risk I was talking about, and well, we're talking about what potential issues could run to Pinuer earlier. Now, but this time Rune will be facing them. Would have missed Garage Diamond. He's going to need to do something special here if he wants to try and get this kill now. Could perhaps go for clues and get Cassie as he comes out of his house. Should be as simple as a peekaboo, perhaps in the garage, a throw distraction of some sort. God knows. Will place a newspaper into his mailbox. Oh, what's Rune doing? Oh, I'm intrigued, am I? How I'm intrigued. Pinuer once more grabbing the propane from the Griswold property here. Rune making sure Neil's... Is it Neil? Neil Anderson? Oh, no, I'd assume it is. What have you found in Team Roulette? Come on, let's see. A bit of whoosh from Batty. Lots of whoosh from Batty. Gets through, however. Oh, what a pain in the arse he can be. We'll investigate it, but he can come in, grab Batty's newspaper, pick up the shovel and the lawsuit documents here. Back out the window, looping round. Won't go with the
wants Janus to stop his
thing
annual
just yet.
landing of a helicopter near the local creek.
Go with that final clue,
Batty
of
claims
course.
it interrupts the nesting birds and a species of frog that has been declared
Cassidy
endangered.
will see the
Must be a very important trip,
newspaper here.
given his poor health.
Pinuer, lots of wish this time. Going into the gramophone room.
That is Nolan Cassidy, former Secret Service agent and current Providence Herald.
Cassidy isn't seeing the newspaper.
Cassidy
We'll
is
put out a
assigned to
pistol and we'll get a
protect Janus.
lovely peekaboo here, I think. Gets him on the hook. But it's only Cassidy's guard, however. Interesting. I mean, this does give Rune an opportunity to perhaps just do a throw distraction onto Cassidy here. To be honest, it really does. Pinuer this time just setting up the kill onto Janus now as he will come through into the room. Gun for tagging, very far behind. Pinuer will detonate. Waiting actually for the bodyguard to turn around, which he will do eventually. But detonate's a bit too early, I would assume. You might have some issues getting out here. Bodyguards all over the place. He does manage to sneak out through one door, but Gunfer's coming up the stairs. Will get into Janus's bedroom. God, even I ran out of breath there. Cassie's back into his house. Pinuer, camera's in the way. Mate, if I'm him, I'd shoot with a loud pistol at this rate. Will hop out of one window onto leading out to Janus's porch. Will not jump through that window. Goes through the other one out into the entrance of the house. Giving me heart attacks here. Room once more, trying to get a peek onto Cassidy. He could have just waited for second cycle Cassidy at this rate, I swear to God. He will try and get a peek onto Nolan, which he will eventually get a little one and will extend there. Gets one off very nicely. Has a screwdriver, of course still needs that final clue. The strategy shows it off twice, but gets a little another one, but it's all fine. Can throw the screwdriver, will shut the garage, but no, his shovel is still stuck inside of there. Rune still needs that one more clue, but he will get it eventually. Pinuer with a knockout onto Cassidy's bodyguard, and Cassidy doesn't have the suit yet, so can't force anything. Still with 3 clues left, and zRune will be exiting Wilton Creek, and we will have a decider map. And I'm not looking forward to it, because when Mika eventually accepts the results, we will see the first decider of RRWC It will be Mumbai. I will ruin it now. It is Mumbai. Our days have been ruined. It is a map 5, and it will be
Score.
Mumbai as the map 5. We know my viewpoints on it, but before I get too teary about it, we'll go to a short break before seeing what our first decided map will have in store.
Good evening, 47. The militia has released a hostage tape, outing the existence of Providence to the world. This was a fatal mistake, and our analysts are tracing its origin as we speak. In the meantime, we have a lead on Lucas Gray's top lieutenant. Turns out the Delgado cartel's counterfeiting unit was creating fake IDs for the militia, and one operative in particular stands out, Wazir Kale, an infamous South China Sea pirate better known by his nom de guerre, the Maelstrom. The Maelstrom and his cutthroat band of outlaws were the scourge of the shipping industry in the post-recession years. But his reign of terror came to an end with the disastrous 2014 hijacking of the supertanker, Francis King. Chinese elite forces stormed the ship, resulting in the deaths of a dozen sailors and most of the Maelstrom's crew. But Kale slipped away unseen. The Maelstrom's connection to Gray is unknown, but we believe it was he who carried out the audacious killing of a Providence CEO in Shanghai, along with 2 reactivated members of his old pirate gang, Vanya Shah, a shady figure in Mumbai's criminal underworld, and Dawood Rangan, the gang's old cashier turned dodgy movie producer. Shah, Rangan, and the Maelstrom form Lucas Gray's Eastern Cell. They are a crack strike team, and stopping them is our client's most pressing concern. Unfortunately, the elusive Maelstrom appears to have vanished into the seedy underbelly of Mumbai, the cradle of his criminal legend, and no one knows his whereabouts or what he currently looks like. So, a bandit queen, a showbiz charlatan, and one certifiable ghost. I shall leave you to prepare.
So yeah, welcome back here. Mumbai will be our final map. Or final map, unless it is a tie, we'll be going to a map 6. 1 point, of course, for a tie, so they'll be on 5 in the first 6. But yeah, that map record though, sheesh, Danny Viewer, what a recce. But I mean, it's Mumbai. It is a map. We will get a spin. You know, that is Mumbai. It's definitely gonna be. It's gonna be. We're gonna get 8. Yeah, no, I sometimes know them. I sometimes don't, which is unfortunate. But here we are. Look, it's gonna. We're gonna get a spin. You know. Yeah, spin. I can't say much more. Rune has promising stats here, 4 wins, 2 losses, but we're gonna see
8, 7, 6, 5,
what our spinners will be. The Maelstrom, explosive weapon as the barber.
1.
Vanya Shah next up as the dancer. Dawood Rangan, loud assault rifle as the tailor. Oh well, guess what? This is a Skywalk start, and then you use the brick. Wow, who could have guessed? Who could have guessed? Wow, what a entertaining Mumbai spin. Slam desk. It's definitely a spin. I mean, it's a quick Maelstrom kill. The Vanya kill respectively is quick. I don't know what else to say. It is just. It's a spin, alright. Yeah, so it's a spin. I don't know what to say about the spin, but it is one of them. It is just mid. Dawood could trouble, but I mean, if you do a successful snell, all you have to do is pop him and dump him.
47.
The Shashka beast is being used by Rune.
Gang known as the Crows
I didn't know
are
that was
on high
unlockable.
alert. They seem
Can
to
be very
on the lookout
fast.
for potential assassins,
It'd be interesting what they do with the Dancer Disguise and that. I would assume you'd nab the free. Okay, you'd get this. You'd get the Maelstrom kill very quickly. It's then, do you grab the tailor, buffer it by the metal worker, get the dancer, or get the dancer, buffer it by the metal worker, go get the tailor?
You found him.
It's not. I mean, that is what makes Mumbai, isn't it? How you deal with the disguises. But it's a spin. It is a Mumbai spin, alright. Ring of a trank onto the barber and a knockout onto his missus. We'll detonate his breacher right off the bat, getting a quick Maelstrom kill sorted there.
Very well done, 47. No rest for the wicked, however. On to the next one.
It's just, I don't know what to say. When I'm usually full of words on maps, but when it comes to them, I just generally don't have a clue. Pinuer, I will assume, also has the kill onto the Maelstrom setup. But I ain't gonna go with that yet. I generally, I need a co-caster just for Mumbai. I need someone to just to carry me through the map. I don't know what to say. The professional warfare, it shows how bad Mumbai is. But I mean, Rune's going for the tailor here. Makes sense to go buff that by the metal workers or the Queen's guards, I would assume. Then go grab the dancer, so just minimise the amount of running.
I'm sure Michelle will send someone with more hands-on experience than me. He's the only tailor in town that can make that damn dress.
That's what happens. Drown all the others.
Turns on the fuse box here for him. Pinuer knock out these two Queen's guards. zRune knocking out the tailor here. We'll drag him and box him. Pinuer interesting, going for the bricklayer now. We'll knock out the turrets, then deal with the disguises afterwards.
I don't know.
It will bump Rima here, and of course we know what she's like. You want to get her out first. We'll bump her bodyguards next, and we'll knock out one. And the other, then just lob a crowbar at the back of Vanya's head. I'm sure we'll see a snail for Darby very shortly as Rune knocks out both of the metal workers here. We'll go for the brick now, interestingly enough. Very interesting decision, I think.
Well, that caused a pillar of purple smoke to rise above the slums. Let's see what happens next, 47. 47?
You can't really get the dance in the free one now, of course. Because he would have lost the opportunity. He will distract one of the Queen's guards here.
I'm gonna check it out. Stand by.
One of them just opted not to investigate it at all. Eventually he will, and we'll knock him out. We'll grab his briefcase and lob it at the back of the other one's head, and Vanya is coming out now, and he will just drag this guard around here. Pinuer knocking out the food, and they will have to drag him a bit. Especially with the loud Darby who killed the planet that could occur. This is the one thing that potentially they would rip him, or most likely to rip him. You have your factors, but this will be the most likely, I would believe. We'll drag him onto the stairs of the boathouse here in the meantime. Rune now knocks out Rima. We'll knock out the two bodyguards and then Vanya later on. So Rune now has Vanya SA like host of Pinuer. Rune will have this Darby killed down shortly though. I mean, look, Pinuer still needs the Maelstrom kills. You'll have this done shortly, but Pinuer has a snail And Darbu's just gone to no man's land. Is he going against it? Going out for a clear out on the beach hut? Interesting. Interesting here, I think. From
What?
Pinuer here. He had it there. He had the opportunity to get the Darwood Isolate, but goes against it. Rune now with a trank onto the food vendor here. Good stuff indeed. Rune has a distraction onto the food vendor here. We'll let him pass, bump Darwood. No, he won't. He'll just drop the snail and we'll just bump everyone else there. One potentially escaping the grasp of the snail, but no, they will get knocked out. All but one actually perhaps causing issues. I mean, if I was Rune, you'd trank him here, but no, he won't. He will just knock him out. It's interesting here now because he'll have one non-tranked body or non-sedated body, so to say, they'd have to deal with. Pinuer using weapons here to get rid of the guards, and we'll just keep bumping Darwood. Rune now dragging Darwood now. I wouldn't want to do the kill here. He will have a body left out that will be found and ruin his run, but he will do the kill here. We'll grab Darwood's body, we'll dump him. Has the kill safe, but where's that one knocked out body? What's he done with him? He's out and he's there. The body will be found. It will be a rip, of course, not out of a briefcase. Rune. Interesting stuff indeed, and interesting enough, I mean, Pinuer's now also got Darwood knocked out and isolated.
The street gang known as the Crows are on high alert. They seem to be on the lookout for potential assassins.
An interesting spot, so to say, in an interesting manner. The issue is with Pinuer now, he hasn't knocked out that food vendor. He hasn't dealt with that food vendor. That's what really has cost him here. Red guns as well will be a restart for both here. I really planned as well coming in with Pinuer. Now, he had the snow. I'm intrigued to know why he didn't go with it there and then. Very interesting indeed from both.
47. Our intel suggests the Maelstrom is hiding somewhere in the city slums. I've marked the headquarters of the Crows on your map. That's the Maelstrom.
Now room for knockout.
You found him.
Onto the Maelstrom once more, likewise with Pinuer. Sometimes they do, because sometimes some casters don't do it, some casters forget to do it. So you don't think about that as a player. You don't think about, oh, I better win this for the prediction. Rune will trank the barber here. Nothing wrong with Rune's run in the previous time, just a bit of roulette brain, I would imagine. You've obviously never watched Red Fox play, then have you, Claimant? That is always an experience. Rune has to kill down onto the Maelstrom. Pretty standard stuff, is a bit lost in the room here. We'll swap back into the Holy Man and run out. Back to the barber, back to the tailor, I would imagine. Pardon me, and Pinuer will start the brickload. I would say Pinuer's got the quick strat here. I'd like to see him buff the tailor, then instead of doing the brickload, grabbing the dancer disguise for that kill onto Vanya. Perhaps forgetting about the free one, so it's just going to get the Darwood kill and get a dancer from the tower. Would perhaps be a costly mistake, especially if Pinuer does know about them. He will pick up the coins while he waits for the tailor to come out. The Maelstrom is the exact same person every time. That's why. He spawns in the same place every single time. His routes are always the same, etc. Rune will swap into the tailor disguise here as Rune will make his way now to the chimneys. where the metal workers are working. We'll place a brick in there, I'm sure. It's Mumbai. What's new? Pinuer will bump Vanya here. He's got quite a bit far ahead, and he will knock out Reem with a throw KO. Bit scary there, but gets it off nevertheless, and we'll knock out the bodyguard and the others. Knock out to Vanya as well. Good stuff indeed there from Pinuer. Rune making his way. He will go to the Dance of the Skies next, the 3-1. I do like this. The metal worker isn't directly allowed in, so I have to drop down here and hop up. Of course, it is a pretty simple disguise to go and grab. Climbing up here, we'll swap into disguise. Moving down here. Going up, not saying not right we see often, but we'll get the job done. Carrying on up here, we'll get out, and I do prefer this from Rune. I really do. I think this is definitely the most efficient way of doing it here. Pinuer clearing out the boathouse here. We'll knock out a fuck, but actually, we'll have to have it at the expense of a crowbar, as another fog has heard the throw distraction. Is she going to knock out the fog in here anyways and drag him inside? No. He also swap into the other fog here. Pinuer stuck in between a rock and a hard shoe there. We'll restart. I mean, just got a bit lost there. I mean, set into a sense of panic, I would imagine there.
47. Shah and Rangan are both on the move. I think they're heading for the beach area near the slums.
Pinuer knocking out both the guards here. Raid ready after to do the bricky. Will get this Vanya kill straight away. Has his Taylor nicely buffered to swap into after this kill. He did see me, just tried to deal with him in a weird way. We'll start this Maelstrom kill once more, and it's interesting from Pinuer. He's looking to just get the isolations first and deal with the kills, whereas Rune is just doing a kill at a time. I think I prefer Rune's approach here. Knocking out both the bodyguards here, knocking out Vanya. We'll get this kill shortly, of course, the next snap. Just that Darwood kill left, which did cause issues, but it was a miss snail and a bit of roulette brain, so to say, and hopefully that does recover itself, as he will swap into the Tailored Disguise now. Pick back up his briefcase. Another crowbar. Never enough crowbars.
This is ridiculous. I have business on the hill. There's no way for me to go around.
Will be interesting to see if it's the exact same. Nothing wrong with what he did last time, I said, and I think we'll have full effect of that. Rune picking up his snail here. Another throw distraction onto these stairs here to grab the food vendor. We'll get the food vendor on the hook even and trank him. We'll trank the food vendor after a bit of push, but it's all good there. Retains his green guns, that's all that matters. Darwood is approaching, and he will just leave his briefcase and deal with the isolation first and then get the kill. Darwood now onto the barge for Rune. Really is a close situation for him here.
Oh, that scared the living daylights out of me. Hello?
Had to happen. Figures.
Shuts the food vendor here, picking back up the snail. asking the exact same thing. Fanium, he will drop the snail right away, bumping everyone. Should successfully get everyone knocked out. One walks away, however, but he is caught by it. All the boys in this area are sedated, so they're all good. We'll knock out the Dawood. Nice timing as well. We'll do a quick unpack, and we'll have to just drag Dawood. Got the kill successfully last time. He just left the knocked out body in the open. And that's what unfortunately did ripping. We'll wait for the local security on the barge there to just turn around. Dragging Dawood across here. Pulls out the assault rifle, getting the kill off. We'll immediately drag and dump him. Will be the kill. Boys immediately found 4 Rune, but it's all good. They're all sedated, and there will be Rune with all 3 kills down, safe and successfully. Running to the boat exit here. Rune will take our tiebreaker here, sending Pinuer out of the competition, perhaps starting a very impressive lower bracket run. Pinuer, is he the first player to be eliminated? This is the first lower bracket game, if I'm right. Unfortunately, we'll be the first to be eliminated without forfeiting. We've all had that. But yeah, well played, Rune. Really did. Had his moments. You know, we saw him. Okay, what the fuck? That is interesting. Oh no, my bad. You know, he took that very close Colorado, set the tone for the game. You know, after that Colorado, you knew it was going to be a good game, and it lived up to that expectation. The Miami was interesting, the rips from both ends. You know, the Marrakesh, the rip from Rune right at the end, and then the long ass finish from Pinuer. Wilson Creek, that was Wilson Creek. Then Mumbai, that was a map. We will see what that does to the brackets here. Paying out the prediction. Oh yeah, Rustle as well. Well, yeah, I forgot about him. We'll let the bracket load. We'll give it a refresh as well, actually, so it actually loads. Misleading. Does it load? Does it? Yes, it will. The lower bracket is all in question here. Rune will face the loser of match 29, which is K Kenny and Observer. So the loser of that game will play Rune in the lower bracket round 2. So tough opposition next for Rune there. A good comeback from Rune there. We'll kind of match very quickly. I know there is a game on at the moment, and that will be Darker versus some random person. Mr. Mike vs Sparkles, casted by Barb at 17 CET. Barb versus Pajero, casted by Nezuko at 20 CET. And to wrap up the weekend, I Like Hitman versus Joe the Baby Grabber at 21 CET. Games next week though, and they'll all be covered. Check hitmaps.com for the full list of the standings. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you Mika for admin, always a good job. And we'll see you very soon for more Rivals World Championships. Bye bye.